All right, guys, I'm back. It's May 23rd, and I got some players that I absolutely love to incorporate in some player props. But before we get into it, you know what we got to do. We got to recap yesterday. Bang! Oh, what a night we had tonight. You got to love it, man. Marcell Ozuna hits a home run for us. Shohei Ohtani singled, and Mookie Betts doubled for us. I said Marcell Ozuna was definitely a home run threat, and what did he do? He hit a home run. And what did I do? I didn't play him for a home run. I put him in a parlay with Mookie Betts just to record a hit, but it was successful. But we have one blemish that I have to get into, and let's get right to it. And the only one we didn't hit was Kyle Tucker, and all the red flags were there, and I saw them, and I looked straight through them. You can see the pitch usage percentage by Tyler Anderson, and in the red, really small, on those baseballs right there, you can see his batting average given up against all three of those pitches, and he is absolutely command all three pitches. And in any other circumstance, I wouldn't have touched this game, but I got wooed into the Kyle Tucker, MVP consideration, the home run, top in the home run leaderboard. And then the last 3 years, the 7 at-bats Kyle Tucker had against Anderson with 6 hits and a home run. You can see Tucker's batting average versus each one of those pitches, and I just didn't see the red flags. And, you got to live and learn, baby. When you make mistakes, you don't want to make them again. So I'm going to note this, and I'm going to hopefully never make this mistake again. So there you go. Let's move on. All right, really quickly, let's recap the season. On my last 152 batters that I suggested on the channel, we've correctly hit 113 of them, of the 152, for a 74% hit rate on players, the baseline just to record a hit. But so many times they've done more than just, singled or just record a hit. Then multiple hits, doubles, triples, almost an inside the park home run by Bobby Witt Jr. some weeks ago, and plenty of home runs. It's been absolutely amazing. Like I said, 113 correct players to record a hit, and only 39 misses for 74% winners. All right, and then when I started about a month ago adding this extra criteria that I'll get in, and I'll probably put it in the comments section of the video because it's too much to explain on this video right here. We've hit 52 of the last 63 batters just to record a hit. That's 52 hits and only 11 misses. And, the bottom line is when I have my baseline prediction just to record it, obviously the odds for players are really high. You can't play them individually. So you got to parlay two together to get it close to even, or close to even odds. But a lot of times, as you'll see, I got a lot of new subscribers recently, and we get into playing over 1.5 total bases, and various other bets. So there you go, just to give you a little background of how hot we've been all season long. All right, and because we have had a huge influx of new subscribers over the last month or so, I just want to kind of explain what we do here. So on Tuesdays going forward, this last Tuesday was the first one I did it, Dinger Tuesday Home Run Ideas. So on Tuesdays, I'm going to bring you the best weather games. So the games where there's a great increase in potential home runs above average because of wind direction, wind speed, temperatures, and the whole list of it. There's tons of stuff, barometric pressure and all that stuff, and this one was from last week. I said there was a 20% increase in home run potential in the Phillies Texas Rangers game. And I suggested 4 players that have the barrel rate and the ISO rate that you typically need for, to hit home runs. The players that hit home runs, the overwhelming majority of them excel at a certain barrel rate and ISO rate. And these 4 were in the game that qualified, and 2 of them hit a home run. It was absolutely amazing. All right, and now that the weather's getting good, I'm going to start bringing back the home run players, the players that I think have the greatest opportunity to get a home run. You can see on the screen here, this was from earlier in the year. Betts was at plus 425 odds to hit a home run. I'm going to start bringing these back because when the weather starts getting warmer and it just gets to be a really a nice time for balls to travel a lot farther, and therefore easier to predict home runs. All right, and then sometimes I put up these graphics here to try to educate people. This one was introducing the launch angle sweet spot. So when you hit the ball, if you hit it between an 8-degree angle and a 32-degree angle off the bat, anywhere in that range, you have the highest probability of recording a hit. It results in the highest batting average. So I like to look at this sometimes, or a lot of times, when selecting players, because I love to have them in the upper tiers of the MLB, because all it does is tell you is the way they've been playing and the percentage of times that they're hitting in these ranges. It just is a good predictor of them and how well they can record a hit. All right, and if you think that all we do is sports betting here, well, it's the majority of what we do, but sometimes I give out some of the ideas that I'm investing in. I've worked in the financial markets for a very long time. I got to be really good at what I do. It's really fun, and I got my methodology of what I use, and it's made me very successful. And I did suggest DraftKings on the channel about a year ago, and it doubled. This is an outdated chart right there, but, there you go. I recommended Bitcoin about a year ago too, and it's like 3 times higher. Even Netflix is up double or triple. I can't remember. I didn't have room on that slide right there to put that, but I actually not recommended. I actually talked about 2 stocks that I actually purchased recently, 3M and Royal Cruise Lines. I actually love the opportunities in these 2 stocks. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just me sharing what I'm doing. If you were to do anything, not suggesting you should do anything, but if you did, do your own research and make your own decisions. But I like to bring some stock ideas, and we have an amazing track record on the channel. So there you go. Let's get right into the plays for today after having to kind of show everybody what this channel is about, because we had so many subscribers. Let's get right to the awesome plays for today. All right, making his debut on the channel, Jurickson Profar. Man, going up against Frankie Montas. And when you look at the pitch usage percentage by Montas, he loves throwing the 4-seam fastball, and he does it on average about 36% of the time. He's got a 246 batting average given up, so that's pretty decent. It's not horrible, it's not good, but when you look at Profar, he's crushing the 4-seam fastball all season long to the tune of a 351 batting average. Montas's next most favored pitch at 21% is a split finger fastball. He's giving that up at almost a 300 batting average. I absolutely love the opportunity with Profar up against that pitch. He's crushing that one at 455 batting average. And then the sinker, Montas throws it about 16% of the time. He's got pretty good command of that pitch, but it's, just 16% on average. I'm not afraid of it. And anyways, Profar's crushing that at a 429 batting average. Ballpark Pal has this listed as an extreme advantage for Profar. He represents the worst 6th percentile of possible matchups for Frankie Montas. Love this opportunity. Profar has been on freaking fire. He's got at least 1 hit in 36 of his last 44 games. And when you look at the last 14 days or so, he's got a 361 batting average versus right-handed pitchers. He's on fire right now. His barrel rate's a little low. His ISO rate is in the good range, so to speak. So I have him as a low home run threat. Now, when I say barrel rate, it's how well you make contact with the ball. ISO rate is your power. So like I said, according to those 2 things, I say he's a low home run threat. I think he has the power for extra bases. So the over 1.5 total bases type bet, that individual bet that's usually even money, give or take a little bit, is in play. But as always, the baseline predict is just to record a hit. Now, this is the only player I have a slide for. I'm waiting on a couple other players that, the pitching matchup. I'm waiting on a pitching matchup and stuff like that. So I'm going to put in the comment section a pinned comment in this video sometime in the morning of May 23rd with any other players I have. I just couldn't pull the trigger on anybody yet because there was some, it just wasn't clear of some things weren't clear. So there you go. I just have one slide right here. I usually have 4, 5, 6, 7 players listed, but tomorrow or May 23rd, you only have like very few games. So there's a very limited a pool that we can select from. It's unfortunate. That's how it works on Thursdays. But I would imagine on Fridays, I'm going to have 4, 5, 6, 7 players because we're going to have a full slate of games. And like I said, if you want to check back sometime in the morning of May 23rd, I'm going to put some players in the pinned comments once I see, once some players are confirmed, and some other things that I'm looking at. So there you go. Lock in Profar, geez, man, in any way, shape, or form that fits your betting style. So there you go. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.